Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. We have the final lot of all the new Friezas to take into the Legendary Goku event. Then we're going to start doing ESBR, SBR videos and see how they handle that event. But we are taking the third form side banner unit Frieza into the Legendary Goku event to see how he does. And I'm really looking forward to using him. I'm really looking forward to using this unit, considering he's a side banner unit. And I was thoroughly impressed the other day when we used them in a showcase. I'm looking forward to see what you can do here. I really am. I'm really looking forward to it. The only thing though that I will say, carrying on from what I've said, in the past couple of videos with the LR Full Power Frieza, the AGL LR Full Power Frieza, is that double-edged sword, that kind of good problem you have with him doing so much damage in the Goku event. The bonus attack plus 50% against superclass enemies, and then critting Goku every time he attacks. It does kind of hold its own problems. I've mentioned it with, in terms of stacking and building up units. This is a unit that needs to build. It's passive, you need to get that bonus attack and defense plus 7% up to 70%, which means 10 attacks. Yes, he has built-in additionals up to 2 as well, and it's attacks, not super attacks, so he can build up a lot quicker than other units. But I will say, because Frieza himself does so much damage anyway, it can be, I don't want to say a struggle, but it does hinder the progress of building units like this up. As I said, you need to build up his passive. You also want to be building up his attack as high as possible, just because, he stacks his attack on super. I know, we're actually not going to get it off. We managed to get an additional there. So quite annoying, we couldn't even start building them off already. I was going to put them in the first slot, there's quite a few attacks there, but, it can kind of hinder the progress of other units. But you're not going to not take the LR Full Power Frieza, are you? You're not going to not take him. He's just that good. You're not going to not take him. As simple as that. So we're just going to have to deal with it, if I'm honest. We can't get an ult super attack off of him there, which is a bit unfortunate, because we of course want to build up his defense as much as possible before we do get to full power SJ4 Goku. But even then, even trying to build himself up as well, it does affect himself, because you can't get his defense up where you want it, where you can kind of counteract the fact that he has type disadvantage. But I mean, when you're doing this much damage, does it really matter? I mean, yeah, it does have its issues, it does have its, kind of drawbacks. But as I said, when you're doing this much damage, does it completely matter, I don't know, it probably does. It's just, it's nice to see that much damage done in the Legendary Goku event, done by one singular unit. It is kind of something special. It is something special to see, if you will. I can't lie, it is something special to see. We're gonna go. We need to build him up. He has his damage reduction, so we're gonna go here. Do this, give you these, then give the Tech Frieza those orbs. By the way, he was really good in the Goku event as well. After using him in the last video, he was good. He was good. He really was good. I thought he was going to take a lot more damage than he originally did when we got into the last phase, but he done really well in this. It's a shame he doesn't continue stacking once he gets to golden form. I mean, he would probably be as good as UI Goku's EZA, I reckon, if he did that. Maybe not as good, but he'll be close to UI Goku's EZA if he could, continue stacking his attack and defense once he's fully transformed. But, I mean, he still does really well here, the transforming Frieza. He still does really well here. He does. I really like him. I think he's a really good EZA. It's a much needed EZA. We're gonna keep the friend one on rotation. Get his Ultra Super Attack off. Can we get mine's Ultra Super Attack off? I think we can with these. I didn't drop the way I wanted to. Never mind. We can't. We're going to be able to get mine attack. We're going to get my one's attack up. But what can you do? By the way, guys, linking in the last video. I pinned it in the comments of the last video, which was the EZA transforming Frieza versus the Legendary Goku event video. I'll probably pin it in the comments of this video as well. If you are interested in watching me play other games. Right now I'm doing a Resident Evil marathon. It's been a week since I've actually played, because I'm currently playing the remake of the original Resident Evil. Currently doing that on the main channel right now. If you're interested in that, I'm actually going to be streaming it tomorrow, because your boy's a little bit stuck. Like, I haven't got a clue, so hopefully whoever comes and watches, especially you guys as well, can come help me, because I'm really stuck. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, hopefully hopefully I can see you guys there. So if that's something that interests you, I will leave the link in the I'll pin the link in the comments again on this video as well, if you want to come over and watch that, with a link to the main channel. I said I'll be streaming it tomorrow if that interests you. And then maybe if you do, consider subscribing to the main channel as well. I'm going to be playing just a bunch of different games on the main channel right now. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys over there for the stream, and hopefully you guys can consider subscribing as well. If not, then it's totally cool. You can just stick around here for the Dokkan content. It's alright. It's alright. Okay, we've got additional off. We got 2 additionals. Only one of them was a super. That means we have raised his attack twice in this turn. I'm not sure how many times he's attacked in general. I don't know how many times we need to attack to get that stack up to 70% on his passive yet. But I think we've attacked probably what? Anywhere between 5 and 6 times. I think it might be 5 potentially. Do this, we can build up your defense. I don't think you're gonna one-shot him. Well, you're not gonna one-shot him. I don't think you're just gonna, I don't think Frieza will kill him there. We should be able to get a super attack off with the third form Frieza as well, with the transforming Frieza, to get his attack and defense up a bit more. But don't forget as well, guys, not only does this guy have attack and defense plus 70%, and then of course stacks an extra 70% on top of his original attack and defense plus 70%. And of course the big one, raising his attack every single time he supers, which is great. Makes him a lot of fun to use. But don't forget, he's also a sworn enemies category support unit, which means he's giving attack and defense plus 40% to units on this team when on rotation, which is very nice to have. Not that you need LR, full power Frieza doing more damage anyway, but it's something. It's something. It's nice to have, I suppose, if you will. Why not? Why not? He already does ridiculous damage in this event anyway. Why not help him do just a little bit more? Who doesn't want to see him do even more damage than he already does, even though he does ridiculous amounts? Some more boost to the defense. 4.6 milli crit. Now we're on the Great Ape stage. Are we near the Dokkan attack? Or are we going to be one rotation off it and get it next time? Okay, no, we're going to get it this turn, so I'm going to pop the Whis. Do I need to? Okay, if the transforming Frieza, the tech one, gets supered, it's done. If we don't get supered this turn, or the LR full power Frieza gets supered, we're completely fine. Fingers crossed, the Easy A tech transforming Frieza doesn't get supered at the end there. I mean, that's usually... Okay, we got supered immediately, that's fine. 177k, but we're good, we're good. We're good. Well, we should be good. Because from here, the full power Frieza was taking most of the attacks, and the transforming Frieza at the end's literally taking one, and he's already supered. We should be good at it. We should definitely be good. We should definitely be more than fine here. I love getting a Dokkan attack off of him on this team, because he just does so much damage, and he just, again, he continues getting the crit even while Goku's in Great Ape. 8.5 guaranteed crit because he got attacked beforehand, so he raised his defense. Now we're going to raise his attack some more, and he's probably going to do like a 3-4 milli crit here as well on top of the 8 milli crit he already did. Yep, 3.2 and another additional. Oh, that's what I love. That's why I love the friend Friezas who have dupes in them. We might have actually just completely wiped. Yeah, Frieza just completely wiped this part of the event. I don't think I've ever seen the Great Ape stage get so bullied before. I really don't think I've ever seen the Great Ape stage of the Goku event be bullied like that before. That's insane. We'll put you at the end because that's where the majority of the attacks are. We'll leave... I mean, there's the same amount of attacks. Definitely not stacked up yet. I think he's fully stacked up when you get up to about just breaching over 100k defense. Where's our defense setting with Frieza? 146k. Gonna get his defense up now. We don't really need to pop a Whis because we're gonna have the damage reduction next turn from the Tech Golden Frieza. We've also got the Fizz transforming Frieza on rotation, who's gonna build his defense, and the friend full power Frieza as well. We pop an item to be safe. I mean, to be fair, this stage does less damage than the Great Ape stage. It's just him I'm worried about. I know we also have full health. We're not going to use an item. We have full health. If anything, we might take a bit of damage here where we need to use an item, but it's fine. Again, remember, don't forget that the third form Frieza is boosting Sworn category, Sworn enemies category allies by Ki +3 and attack and defense plus 40%. I mean, it's probably not that noticeable considering how much damage and how good the full power Frieza is anyway, but just remember, he is still boosting Sworn enemies category allies. So that's another thing to remember. He's a good support while being a decent unit himself. Obviously in Goku event, I mean, unless you're stacking defense up to like, you know, 600k, those big numbers. Oh, he even got the free dodge. Oh no. He got the free dodge off at the wrong time. So you know what? For a unit that didn't... Okay, he probably would have had about 100k defense before the super attack. Because he super attacked him. For a unit that has probably just barely 100k defense, taking 300k on a super isn't that bad. Because I thought we was going to be dead then. I really did. I thought we was going to be dead then. I really did. So a unit that is probably either... I think we may have just finished off stacking his passive. If not, he's literally like an attack or two off of it. I haven't really been keeping track. That's probably bad of me. But I thought he was going to be dead there. 300k, almost 400k on a super is a lot. But you know what? It could have been worse. It could have been worse. It really could have. You don't have your damage reduction. I will leave you on rotation for the time. Probably safer to do this. If this Frieza had his damage reduction, I wouldn't think twice about changing the rotation right now, but because he doesn't, I'm gonna run it like this. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. But yeah, I think anyone else, we may have died there. It was still a lot, don't get me wrong, but I thought we was going to die. But maybe that was just me underestimating this Frieza. But he should either be 1 or 2 attacks off of fully stacking his passive, or he's currently finished. And now all we have to worry about is just constantly raising that attack stat up. And it's giving me Krillin and 18 vibe, so I'm really looking forward to using him. With that type of... He just dodged Frieza's attack. You're a scumbag. I hate you so much. I'm really looking forward to using this third form Frieza with the type advantage against full power J4 Goku while raising his attack stat infinitely. So it means as I said, it gives me Krillin and 18 vibes, so we can possibly do ridiculous amounts of damage. We managed to save an item on the Great Ape stage, and I think I'm going to pop it right now. Again, he's given Ki +3 in attack and defense plus 40% to Sworn enemy category allies, so both of them. I'm still going to pop a Whis. Even though he can tank a little bit, even with the typeless advantage, because he gets 30% defense on super now, I'm still going to pop the Whis just because there's quite a few attacks at the end, and I really don't want to risk dying here. So at least with the Whis, I know we should be good here. And also we're going to be good going into next turn as well, but I want to guarantee that we survive this turn, just in case Goku decides to be a bit of a bitch and super attack him at the end, because that's usually what he does. He usually super attacks the unit. I don't want him to super attack. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. It's always better than to be safe than sorry. Extra additional, no super attack, but not bad. Okay, super attacking the Frieza there. We did raise his defense once there, and we have the Whis active, so this shouldn't be too bad. 132k would be better if he didn't fly through the event too much, but at least we know at the end of it we're going to be safe with the Whis active, and then Frieza getting that 30% defense on super attack. He also gets 30% defense on a super attack for one turn as well. The third form Frieza. He should definitely be fully stacked up now as well, which is good. He's also raised his attack again from getting that additional super. Pretty sure that was a 6 mil attack stat. Crit for me. 3.7 million crit, no additional though. I really wish back in the day when this guy came out, or whenever I got my dupes, because I know I didn't rainbow this guy for years, and I could never pull him again. I really wish, I really wish I gave him Do you know what? We got the Whis active, which means with the type advantage, that Frieza will take no damage, and I want him to get his defense up just a little bit more before we get into the final stage. I really wish when I got my dupes, I really wish I gave him additionals. Like, I really wish I was so... Like, I used Dokkan Wiki back then. Like, I didn't start using Dokkan Wiki until about 2 years ago. Then I would have known that he infinitely stacked his... Well, not infinitely, but he rose his attack and defense on super, and I could stack it. Then I would have given him additionals. But it's my L to hold, as I said in the video using them. It's my L to hold. It's okay. But now this is where the fun begins. But this is where the LR full power AGL Frieza starts getting a little bit vulnerable. Friends one's got 345k defense, which is good. It's just not enough. I do think this guy is now fully stacked up because he does have 120k defense. So after this rotation, we'll probably know if he's definitely stacked up when he comes back. But I do think he's fully stacked up now. He's up to 1,000,000 attack stat, which I can't wait to see, because we'll be attacking more than once. So hopefully most of those additionals will be supers, and we're going to continuously raise his attack as well. Where's mine sitting? 245k. You're fine, kind of. But most of your links off as well, apart from shocking speed and brutal beatdown. I think because of my Frieza not having as much defense, I think we do that to be safe. Give you all of these, give you all of these AGL orbs. They're both raising their defense, which is good because they need it with a type disadvantage. For the most part, we're going to be fine on basics, even with our defense not where I want it at this point with Frieza, with the LR Frieza. We're critting, which is good because it means it makes up for the type disadvantage we have, and there's an additional raising his attack as well. I think on basics with no item active, LR full power Frieza is fine. We should be taking double digits, triple at most. It's the super attacks I'm slightly worried about. Why'd you have to dodge that? We just raised our attack and then you dodged it after we were going to raise our attack again. You're such a bitch. Don't dodge this. 2.4 million attacks that you didn't dodge it, which is good. How much damage are we going to do? 1 million damage, that's not bad. And he just raised his attackers again and got an additional super. If you can get a third additional super for me, I'll rub that dildo-y forehead. He did get an additional, but it wasn't the super. He's been supered. We do have a Whis active, to be fair. This shouldn't really do much damage at all. 100k. Alright, maybe the type advantage. Maybe I kind of overestimated his abilities right now. But that's a lot better than if he was type neutral. Let's just put it that way. And off this one turn alone, we're kind of running train on Goku. We are running. Frieza's running train right now. You got Dildo Frieza, you got the missing tail Frieza. They're just. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this is a good time. Still got the Whis active as well, which means he will do no damage to this man's right here. This Frieza's on 300k defense. I didn't even know that. Do we keep you on rotation? Does raise his defense by 30% for one turn on super. Do I keep him, who raises his defense, and he also starts with higher defense? I think we do the safer option. I know we have a Whis active, but we're going to do the safer option. We'll give you all of these tech orbs as well. We're almost back up to full health because of Frieza's HP recovery. If we're going to super, just super the in one because you'll literally barely even tickle him, like you won't feel it. Never mind. Okay. So the super attack could still be on the horizon for us, but, you know, there's a Whis active. It's okay. He's raised his defense again as well. Okay, I mean, Whis, and you should have like, what, 350k defense at this point? Maybe a bit more? Yeah, 100k, that's fine. Like that big 5 milli attack stat on this Frieza here. Of course, that int Frieza is given attack and defense plus 20% as well. 2.6 milli crit and an additional. Go on. Another big crit. Go on, do it. Boom, 2.7 million crit. Gotta be done in a minute. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Pop the active. I want to see how much damage he will do now. So he's on a 1.6 million attack stat with all of his links barring brutal beatdown and shocking speed active. I want to see how much damage he does with that attack stat. 3.1 million on super, which is pretty good for a sidebanner unit. 1.4 million damage, no crit. He's a good unit, man. He's a good unit. Like a lot of the units in the game that I always say, which you kind of need to keep in mind, a lot of units in the game who don't stack defense and then have those ridiculous numbers at the end. Like what we saw with the LRSSJ Goku recently when we took him into the Goku event. Yes, we have type advantage, but we stacked him up to like 650k defense. He's still going to take a bit of damage. The type advantage will help a little bit of him like bulk. I think without the Whis, I mean, you're probably looking at what? We took literally just 100k. You're probably looking at about 100 and... probably like 150, 160k on a super, potentially maybe a little bit less. Like, you know, I went the best at maths in school. I absolutely hated maths, but you know what I mean? Just probably just over 100k. In terms of attack stat, that's ridiculous considering you've got the LR full power Frieza. You got this guy literally just mowing through the event. You know, those additionals really do help, and the fact they have a high chance of becoming supers are sick. Dupes in this guy would actually be mental. I definitely wouldn't advise summoning on the banners to get dupes for him, but dupes in this guy would actually be sick. They actually would be clutch. Imagine if he was critting then on the last 2 turns that he was about. I mean, you're probably looking at 2 to 3 million damage. I mean, he's a really good unit. Yes, he could get hurt a little bit from a super. The type advantage at the end kind of helps, so he still takes a bit of damage. But when you have 500k health, not really too much of an issue, but he's a good unit. The attack stat is insane. The passive, you do have to build up a little bit. It doesn't really matter considering you've got all those additionals. And they have a high chance of becoming supers. Just gives me Vegito Blue, Fizz Vegito Blue vibes. Not to mention, he's a great support for the brand new category in the game. He's a good unit. He fared quite well. And all that's left now is to take all the new units into SBR and the SBR and see how they do there. But I'm going to end this one here, guys. Let me know if you've used him in the Legendary Goku event or even the SBR and SBR, and tell me how he's been and how he's done for you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.